Hello and welcome everybody to MotoGP 2019. It is release day, the first day. That's generally what release day means. It usually just means the first day the game's been out. Today is that very day. I'm excited to become Valentino Rosco, and I hope you will join me throughout my journey as we have an explore of the game today. Big welcome to everybody in the chat. It is an absolute pleasure to be joined by each and every one of you. I love having you here. It's great. So, what is going on? The cricket's not worth watching. So, old man, good to see. He's run out of anything better to do with his life, so he's fallen on his stream. Great to have you along, old man. But yeah, big welcome to everyone. Let's do some MotoGPing. But before I do that, whilst this man doesn't have MotoGP 19 or MotoGP 18 or 17 or any real motorbike racing talent whatsoever, I'm going to be joined for the thick bants by Ryan. How are you, big fella?
Not bad.
Not bad?
Yeah, getting it done.
At least you're here this time.
I do actually have 17, but I would probably have about 3 hours of log time on it.
Yeah, look, I'm just glad that you replied to me. Last time I said, here's Ryan, you didn't say anything.
Oh, you get that on Big Jobs.
And after that, I thought, I just want Ryan to, when I die, I want Ryan to lower my coffin into the grave so that he can let me down one more time before I'm gone. But you're back, so I don't have to worry about that. New member hype, welcome, Super Dragon. It's an absolute pleasure to be joined by your good self. Big welcome. Of course, Super Dragon has been a member previously and is now back. Great to see you back, big dog. Enjoy the emojis and the VIP Discord chat, which I'm sure one of my ever so vigilant Discord moderators will be able to go and right-click on his name and give him the role of VIP, I reckon. So thank you to that moderator, whoever that is. What's going on, Cam? Oz Farmer as well. Obviously, we've already mentioned you've run out of good things to do. Aussie Mike, Ol Onatron, and TJ Deacon, Art Noble. You're all there. Genesis, like Genesis. Who knows? Big Kev's excited. I'm excited. Let's go and do it.
That guy on the left there is a DTM driver.
He is a DTM driver. That is, of course, Andrea Dovizioso. Let's get the brightness to... what's it supposed to be? Should be hardly visible. I always like to go a stage brighter than hardly visible.
Yeah, because if you can't see it, what's the point?
Is there like a headphone option? Yep. I'm just going to go stereo then. Dynamic range. Yep. Great. Sounds good. Difficulty? Hard. I'm not dicking around with this. Right, let's choose a face.
In the face.
In your face, MotoGP rider. Oh. That is a hairdo. Can I twiddle around that? Yes, I thought he was sporting a little sneaky man bun there. You better ride for Aprilia. We'll see. That is...
pretty man bun.
It is a pretty
Very
man.
pretty.
It was a very pretty man bun, wasn't it? Oh. Well, since none of them look like me, because obviously I'm not a MotoGP rider, I'm going to go the girl with the purple hair. Why not? What's my name going to be?
Valentino Rosco, obvious.
Yes. Valentino can be a girl's name as well. Oh, it didn't change my stream name back. Damn it. I'm going to go and fix that right now. Kill two birds with one stone. Okay, there's that little thing fixed up. Let me bring the chat back up. You do get to see Valentino Rosco created. Valentina. I like it, mate. We're going to go Valentino, the female version. Rosco. Now, before I get too thick into this, I just wanted to let you know that if you did catch our 24-hour Le Mans live stream or any part of that race, the livery that we used, the Team Sim Pirates, that livery with mine and Erie's and Dr. Rob's and Ryan's logos on it, everything like that, the official team livery, if you will, Ryan has been good enough to go and load that into Gran Turismo Sport, so that is now available for your downloading pleasure. How old am I? Let me just go through. 1980. I think I'm 21. Yep. Seems legit.
Sounds about right.
That's about how old I am, I think. I was hoping to skip a few. That's why I went up. Oh, Andorra. That's a tax-free haven, isn't it? Andorra? Sure. Why not? Twitch is like a graveyard. It is hippie, but big welcome to the Twitch people over there. Now, can I just say that Twitch is all over MotoGP 19 when selecting the game for this stream. Went over to Twitch, started typing in MotoGP, and straight away, 19 came up, and I thought, you beauty. Went over to YouTube, and they haven't yet loaded MotoGP 19 into their system yet as a selectable game. So, YouTube, get your shit together. Twitch has got their shit together. I've had to set this as MotoGP 18, so if you're wondering why the game says 18, don't blame me, blame YouTube.
Well, surely you're the only person who have streamed anything MotoGP 2019 related, though.
Well, given the time zones, I think a lot of people are probably still installing and whatnot. Shots fired at YouTube, Cons. Yeah, you know it, man. It's only the place I've built my entire channel and everything about this. So that's fine. I'll just totally rag on that. That's no worries at all.
That trophy looks like it's very heavy for young mark makers there. Really trying to hold that up.
What's that? Yeah, he does.
Trophy.
Yeah, it's very heavy, and he's such a slight gentleman. I don't know if you've met him in real life. I was having beers with him just the other week, actually.
I was going to say, I catch up regularly whenever he's in the country.
And even this size glass, it was just too much for Mark May. That's all right. The little bastard can ride like a son of a bitch, so it's fine. You know, well, he'd just get people to hold his glass for him because that's what happens.
Exactly.
He says hi, Charlie and Chatto and Ryan. Charlie, Ryan, and Chatto. He said hi on Twitch, but no one's really paying attention, and it's not intentional. Sorry, Twitch. I really love you. I do. Hey, Hazy. What do you reckon? I think let's start with the options. That was a good place to start. Great, that was a good trip. That was a good experience. I hope you guys enjoyed the options. I liked it.
Yeah, definitely nailed it.
Yep, nailed it. There's a graphics editor in MotoGP 19 for the first time. I think it's only for stack hats, so I don't think it's for... No, you can do numbers, rider stickers, and stack hats. And they got Casey Stoner's old Nolan on there.
So you can't do a bike?
It appears not, just numbers. Let's not start off at MotoGP 19 with a livery stream, though.
Yeah. Some
historical challenges there with Mick Doohan. So good to see the Aussies well represented. Talented bunch of motorcyclists, us Aussies.
It's the only thing that we produce out of motorsport that is really that good.
That is consistently good, yeah, is motorcycle races. And you can actually see a little picture down there under multiplayer there. Jack, the man, Jack Miller. I've sported all of my Jack Miller gear tonight. The big 43 jumper, the hat. So I think I might start a career. What do you guys reckon? Hey, Jasper. Game music seems loud. Well, all right. Thank you for letting me know. It should be fairly quiet. Let's go and address that. I love it when people tell me audio problems because often they don't. And then I watch the stream back later and I'm like, man, why didn't you guys tell me?
Should have told me.
Yeah,
it does seem a little bit loud.
Well, I've cranked it right down. If it is now too quiet, you guys will have to let me know. But I have given that a fair, substantial chunk in the downward direction. Hey Ribs, what's going on, man? Get a career going. Now I'm not going to start in Moto 3. New career. Can't go continue, obviously. Standard career or a pro career? What is the diff? Choose a type of career that suits your riding style best. In standard career, you can set riding aids and match options as you prefer, creating your own personal experience. The pro career is a challenge for the real experts. Most options are set at the most realistic level possible, and you will not be able to restart timed sessions or races once started. Yikes! I don't think I'm.
If you're gonna jump in, just jump in. Like,
what do we think, guys?
You're not gonna do an easy one and then just be like, all right, now I'll step up to it. You're gonna do one.
Well, I think I'm going to start in Moto 2 and work my way up to MotoGP because I don't think at the moment I'm experienced enough to do that. So no. Conzio's voted pro. I want everyone to tell me in the chat right now. There's 45 people watching. I want to see 45 comments with either pro or standard written there. And if it's pro and I suck, it's your fault.
Everyone says pro.
I had 45. 5 is not everyone. 6 Raz has said pro go pro. And Conzio didn't count. 7. Isle of Man is just off Winston Prom. Okay. Pro.
There's a lot of pros there.
There's a lot of pros. I'm just waiting for one person. Pro at your fault. No, Ribs, don't at me if I stuff up. Preheat the ovens. Everyone's going for pro. No one's going to hook me up with standard here. I guess I'm going pro. Brian, you don't get 2 votes, mate. Daniel's here as well. Hey, Daniel. Great to have you back, man. Pro. Okay, goddamn. I'm going pro. Let's do it. Oh, look at the race length. 50 to 100%. Difficulty 90 to 120. Yikes. Weather random. Damage realistic. Tyre wears on. Riding aids. Auto brakes are off. Joint brakes are off. Ideal trajectory is off. Manual semi-auto. Thank God for that. Love the semi-automatic box in this. Rewind off. So I guess we're doing it. So yeah, I'm not going to start. Oh, you can actually do a Red Bull Rookies Cup. That's pretty cool for those interested. Won't do it myself, but that's quite cool because that's a proper feeder class. So those guys are going to invest in this long term and really want to work their way up from the very bottom. But I mean, Red Bull GP Rookies Cup. I love that it's in there. That's awesome. But really, they're just a slower version of Moto 3. So kudos to those with the patience. Not going to do Moto 3 because I always just get butt frustrated that the bikes are so slow. And I never just continue. So I'm just going to go to Moto 2. It makes sense anyway. I mean, I have a Triumph 675, which has been superseded by the 765, 3-cylinder. And that's what the Moto 2 guys use. It makes sense that I would do that. Alrighty. So it looks like I'm not choosing from the top teams. You only get one spaghetti. Okay, Hazy. Can't see him making the first race. Mark, that's really a good way to just shed on my confidence. Just say, nah, I'll be right, I got it. What team am I going to be? Okay, they're all crap. Contract is secure. So, let's go. I don't mind the Calyx. KTM is always a chicken dinner, though. Key for racing KTM. I'm thinking... I do love the MV Augusta though. Let's go MV Augusta. We've got a KTM. Cam's voted for Kato. Wait until I get more chips. Yep, no dramas. I'm just going to sit here for it. Sorry guys, just entertain yourself for a second. We're just getting some chips. I'm sure he'll let us know when he's...
Do I need to stop as well?
Everyone stop until River gets his chips.
Can somebody let the cricket teams know? Let's put it on hold.
Right. There is no Aprilia in Moto 2, big dog. TJ's voted for Petronas, so based on that, I'm going to go with the MV Augusta.
MV is owned by AMG though, so there's a nice little thing there.
Dominic Agata. I mean, the guy's name sounds like agates. How can I not choose that? There's leaderboards, career progress. There's R&D. Is Is it Marquez is here again? 100%. Spoiler alert, MotoGP 19. Marc Marquez wins most of the races, wraps up the championship. You can't get the Manufacturers' Championship because obviously there's only one Fast Factory Honda. And the other one is wasted by Jorge Lorenzo. J-Lo. I guess I can't customise my rider yet. Just all the gloves and the stack hat. Yeah, I'll get back to that. I will get back to that. Oh, that is rider style. I do want to mix with that though. So Valentino Rossi's balance. It's old school, centered. Elbow to the ground. Shoulders out. Body out. Old school. Old school is cool, but it looks funny on modern bikes. I think I'm going to go for the big Valentino. Braking leg out. Absolutely. Just one foot to start. Braking fingers too. That's what I do in real life. It makes sense. It was hard to decide between Lay's and Pringles. And how did you go, Ribs? I hope you went the sour cream and chives Pringles because we all know that's the best. What's going on, QB? Right, let's go racing because I feel like because you guys selected Pro, not me, you guys selected Pro, that I have to do like every session. And I can skip a few. I want to skip a few. No, I better start from the beginning. FP1, FP2, FP3. Let's just go to FP3. I don't need to worry about. Oh, okay, this is just turning them off. So let's get rid of FP1 and 2. 3 will be fine. Into quality. No warm up and race. Love it. That's how we do our things. Next session. Lay's French cheese. Second what I was farmer. I missed what I was farmer said. Hello Luca. Welcome to the stream. And welcome to everyone, especially if you've just joined. I know YouTube only sends out like 4 notifications to my 2,800 subscribers. But if you're part of the 4 notification squad, hey. Buongiorno. Can we mute the music altogether? I reckon we probably could, yeah. Wow, loading is a thing. Once I get into the level, I'll try and turn the music up, please. Get the bell on to Fair Point all Onatron.
We're back live for the 3rd session of free practice. And remember, only the 14 fastest
ready for a glorious 30
FPS.
FPS. Well, the stream's in 60 FPS, section. Damon. But I suspect the game is not. That's what they're all seconding, the lack of music. Awesome Oz Farmer. I will try and do that. I don't mean to sound sexist here, but my lady racer had nothing going on, which is fine. But just a point. I'm just wondering if... Just pointing out they may have taken the easy option when it came to body models. Let's try options. Let's try audio. Master volume. Dynamic range. Engines. Race effects. Menu music. All the way
Just
off.
Switched over to have a look. And that's pretty nice. I mean, I'm sure that most drivers sit there with their helmet on and their visor down in the pit talking to the engineer.
Yeah, I do. In my professional racing career so far. Okay, so I've turned music off.
Good, eh? That'll make the kids happy.
Yes, no, it wasn't a sexist point out, just simply pointing out they may have taken the easy option when it came to... let's get out there.
Get amongst it.
Development test, time threshold, number of laps 2. I better do some pracky laps first. I've got flying start.
Just a few last touch-ups.
This may not go very well.
And helmet, and he's ready to go.
This is on full pro settings.
Have been really active in the last few
Death
minutes.
may be
Let's
imminent.
see if they'll make the difference on track.
That's... I need to get out of that view. What do you reckon change view is?
Yes.
Is it that? Yes. Shift gear earlier. Sounds a bit funny, doesn't it? Oh, I was reading the chat. Off to a good start. Off to a good start. Love it.
The graphics are nice.
Graphics are quite nice. Let's see how the handling is. Very slow and docile compared to even just that massive, my massive MotoGP 18 career. That consisted of 2.5 hours gram.
So Kraz says you have to sit there for 40 minutes and there's no time skipping. I think you can skip time, you just can't reset a session.
Yeah, I believe that is correct. I don't know this track at all. Graphics do look pretty nice. The lights are a bit as your father, but the bike graphics are nice.
Yeah, the lights are a bit average, aren't they? But yeah, I've just been focusing on the actual bike and rider, and that looks actually quite good.
Bike and rider is good.
The shadows and everything, it's yeah, very good. It's like they've plucked a real person and just put it in this fake world.
Yeah, that is a pretty accurate description. Because the track itself, the grass and the surface, they don't look amazing.
No.
But the bike and rider do look pretty good. Did I mention I don't know this track at all? Like, not even a tiny bit. Thank F for the track map down there. That's a hairpin. Managed to not stack it.
You know what I should do? Instead of trying to flick between my other 3 screens and you,
Yeah.
I should get my tablet out and watch it on there.
Do it.
I'm gonna.
Yes, I do remember learning this track back in the day for previous MotoGP titles. You're playing Superbikes 07, man. That is old school. But I love it. I used to play all the Superbike games as well. Now this has got like an esports thing attached to it this year, I believe. I haven't looked too much into it. Sharp hairpin. The handling feels alright, like it is quite slow and docile. And of course, like that lean in is slow, which I think is okay for now. Of course, in real life you can really rip a bike down if you need to. The change of direction, like the body weight change is not bad. Early on the gas. The tail of this bike is a little bit like the R6 just a little bit of a few years ago. Wide through turn 12. I like that it tells you what turn number you're in, turn 13. That is quite good. It's going to be a good way to learn tracks and what was that testing time I had to beat? 2:09, wasn't it? Marcel Scrotter. Well, let's try to get off the brakes, gentle on the brakes. So I think it was a 2:09 that testing thing, so I feel like I'm going to smash that. 2:07, so 1.3 off the leader, not too bad. For absolutely zero track knowledge whatsoever. Do one more lap and I'm going to go and try the testing stuff out. See if we can get some R&D on this bike. Get a few more horsepower. Into a hairpin. Oh, that's too hard. Down I go. Doesn't want to pull the wheels down, the big girl.
Didn't you do one just before?
A wheel stand?
Yeah.
Don't think so.
I mean, unless that's like terminology there's a difference between a wheel stand and a wheelie?
Nope.
Yeah. No, you did one before. Whether you wanted to or not, I don't know this. But as you were exiting, re-entering the track, sorry, after you went
Oh,
wide.
yeah, I did a little one there from like no speed at all.
Yeah. Oh, right, so you're talking about as in just popping one up like you would be able to in real life.
Yeah, just like smashing one out. But I've never ridden a Moto2 bike. Maybe they can't, but I feel like they can. I feel like they've still got like quite a few horsepower for a small capacity engine. For a 765 Triumph Triple, sounds fantastic. Much better than the old Honda 4-cylinders used to sound.
At least it was a low side.
Right, I want to have one more crack. See if I can get into 206s and beat Thomas Luthi. I don't know where the right braking marker is here. I got on the throttle quite aggressively there. I feel like on a MotoGP bike, that would spell imminent death. I think I can probably hold that flat through there if I get the line right. But the bike and rider do look pretty good actually. And it's always a bit hard to tell the graphics because I think they do a much worse job in the night time.
Nighttime is pretty hard, especially with that many lights as well.
Yeah,
It'd be pretty taxing on the old system, I'd imagine.
would they? And the aging, due for replacement PlayStation 4. So I did have a red sector to start the lap, but I have dropped to orange. So I want a personal best. If you don't know the colours, I'm used to car racing. Red is fast because reasons. Orange is fast, but only fast for you. As I catch up to the first other human beings I've seen so far. Give the twitch on the throttle. Into the hairpin, I forgot about again. Square it off. So not a pretty lap. But may be good enough for my research and development testing. Well, that's into the 206s. Stoppy. Nope, instant death. Return to pit.
For the moment, it looks like there won't be need for further confirmation.
Hello,
He'll probably analyse the last few laps with his track
Jeff.
engineer and decide what to do.
Dive bomb into turn 1 for good measure. I think that's what the go is going to be in F1 2019 when it comes out. Development test. Okay, time threshold 209.7, number of laps 2 on the medium compound tyres. I don't want to do a full race simulation, do I? Well, it's only 1 lap and 5 laps. Let's do the distance analysis
Just
first.
a few last touch-ups to his suit and helmet, and he's ready to go.
Who's this
We've noticed
commentator?
that the mechanics have been really active in the last few minutes. Let's see. if
How's
they'll make
game
the
sound, by the way,
difference on
versus myself versus Ryan?
So probably some people are probably sitting there thinking, "Who? Where's Ryan?
Who's Ryan? Who are you talking to? You weirdo.
You weirdo."
Oh, nearly high-sided it. Great launch out of there. We'll get a bit of a suck job from Tulovic, if that's how you say his name. Well, it's really hard just to hold a straight trajectory. He's actually got ideal trajectory on. Maybe that was designed to teach me the circuit. Oh, got on the throttle too early. Thought I came in too slow. Now, Ryan, what are you up to tonight?
Just spending the dollary dues.
Oh. A little wheelie. That was a wheelie small one though. So we did that. I'm gonna make that joke a lot. But you guys need to get used to just laughing at that joke, because I will do it quite a bit. Because it's a really good joke. Yeah, there is no stopping me now. Oof, there's frame rate drops though. This is on PS4 if you're...
What's with the lines?
Yeah, I don't know, it's part of this development thing.
Oh, this was all pro.
Well, so did I, but
Pro wouldn't need those.
Pro wouldn't need those. But this is part of the testing stuff. They've taken a leaf straight out of Formula One's book. Oh, that is a big frame rate drop. Well, that's even bigger. Can't wait to see what it's like with a full grid of bikes. Oh! Oh! Not ideal. Mid-corner wheel stand. Hard on the throttle. I will get that final turn right at some point. I have to beat a 209. Can I do it? Charlie is really fun. I cannot. Fail. You have failed. Yes, nice. Nice throttle application. What do you reckon? Am I ready for qualifying yet?
I thought you were born ready, mate. You're a pro. Pros don't just...
Pros don't practice.
No.
PS4 Mojo, PS4, so that's why the frame rate... If it was on PC, you kind of go, yeah, okay, PC games have frame rate drops, but you hate to think console... Whoa, that's a lot of throttle.
Not a very good pro.
Oh, like I'm a semi-pro pro.
Oh,
I'm like pro piece. Oh, whoa! Tank slapping like a bastard. I'll just lean on Dix and let him know I'm there.
gonna lean on Dix, eh?
Lean on Dix. On. Where is the last corner of this track? I'm determined to get around it just once. That's it there. I haven't done well, but I've done something. Corner apex may be a good place to find the 4 quality. Do you reckon though, Oz Farmer? Do you really reckon? Oh.
Here he is, back in the pit.
Here he
The
is.
team look impatient to hear his remarks about his latest lap.
I didn't realise Rory got a mention in the game. 23 minutes into qualifying. I'm feeling pretty good. .207.6, number of laps won. Yes, I'll do that one.
Out on track. We'll soon find out whether he's looking for a quick lap time.
I did make
whether
the
he's
corner,
trying out
to be fair.
something
Thank
for
you,
the
Jules.
race.
Oh, barely. Come on, Super Dragon. Be more like Jules. Jules gets it. He understands. I'll start off my flying lap with a nice... Whoa! Nearly tank slapped it. Nearly high-sided it even. I did tank slap it. He is a female commentary dude. What? What? Tried to push my braking marker a little bit further back for turn 1 and it went exceptionally well. I can't restart things because I'm on Pro. Thanks, guys. So I won't be passing this little test, then will I? I'm going to do a 207 with a crash.
Generally, pros get it done though, mate.
Well, to be fair,
That's why they're pros.
this is my first thing I've done in this whole game.
Why'd you pick pro?
Yeah, I don't know, Ryan. Why did I pick Pro? Wow, that's...
Because the people have spoken, that's why.
I love these tank slappers. Getting on the throttle as soon as I can. The people did speak, and as I said earlier on Discord, from the people for the people. Hey Steve, congrats on the 24-hour. Thank you, man. Appreciate that. And I guess probably say that to Ryan as well.
Yeah,
I mean, you did run out of fuel. That was pretty average. Gotta say it, Ryan. Hate to be the one to really point fingers here, but you did kind of run out of fuel and cost us 2 laps. That was a big high side. That was huge high side.
I like that I'm on replay so I can watch it.
I can restart flying lap. Oh!
That was a good one.
Or yours are too low, what? Game sounds are a bit too high. Still, they're too high. Alright. I can fix it. I can bloody fix it.
Maybe you need to go the other way, like you were saying. Or you're too high.
What do you mean I'm too high?
Just keep turning everything.
What?
Oh no, he says, or yours are too low, either way.
Yeah.
Game sounds are a bit too high, or yours are too low.
Yeah, my sounds aren't changing. I've turned game sounds down.
Just, I'll just keep turning yours up, mate.
Can't believe Ryan ran out of fuel. I know, Super Dragon. I know. Super average.
Did it on some bad advice.
I don't recall you receiving any advice at all. As far as I remember that incident, you were just like, I'm like, dude, pit. And you're like, nah, I got heaps. I'm like, no, Ryan, go in the pits. Please pit. You're going to run out of fuel. And you're like, nah, I got this.
Well, on the
some light contact.
On the topic of crazy things, the wireframe for the M8 is redonkulous.
Really?
Like, it makes no sense at all.
Oh, good.
Yeah, pretty wrapped with that.
Used a little bit of oversteer there to get me around the corner. That was nice. Nice. I think the next race is Argentina too. I remember the start of their seasons are rubbish for me because I suck at this track and I don't know it at all. I suck at Argentina and it's a bitch of a track and I also don't know it.
I don't know about you, chat, but I'm hearing a lot of excuses.
Preemptive strikes by me. But are they excuses if they're real?
Yes.
Damn it. You got me there. Well, you know, at least I didn't run out of fuel in the Le Mans 24 hour.
Oz Farmer says that my pit crew chief fell asleep. I think the problem was that he didn't fall asleep.
Problem was I was just came home from McDonald's, having had to race out, then drive home in the manual RX.
I'm putting all of this fairly and squarely on
Super Dragon.
Super Dragon.
My man. That's
if Super Dragon had got some sleep,
yeah,
I reckon we wouldn't have done it because he would have been in a much better situation to understand his surroundings.
Yeah, he would have made better
he would have picked
calls,
up on that.
wouldn't
Yeah, he would have picked up on that. So for next time, I think we know what we need to do. We need to knock Super Dragon.
How's the game sounds, by the way? Because I've turned them down again. Oh, I missed out. This is a shocking lap. I do feel ready for qualifying. I'm going to overtake this no-hoper. Yes. Oh, good first sector, red sector. Get out of the way, mate. Leave it to the pros, man. That's tight. Competency levels are feeling confident. Look, I'm probably not going to get off to the best start to this championship, but it's okay because I will hit my stride when I'm back in Europe, maybe. Definitely when I hit Australia. What's the trick to braking? There always used to be a trick in...
Do it before the turn.
Is that where I'm going wrong? Thought I had to brake during the turn itself. Like you come in full knackers. Oh, those frame rates, it's always this corner too. Not ideal. As I lap another would-be wannabe. Can I make the final corner of the race? Of course I can't. I will in fact stack it instead. I'm ready for qualifying.
We're taking things inside the pit, where the team is waiting for the rider to come back.
Jeff, when you type, try not to use full stop unless you've got spaces, because Nightbot sees that as you're trying to post links.
Is that what Nightbot does? If you don't put a space after a full stop, that's pretty tardy.
It is.
Quick lap. No, I'm going to do this. I'm going to do this.
The thing is, though, in his correction, he actually did it then as well, but it didn't. Maybe it's because in the other one you did 2 of them, actually 3 of them.
Sorry, Jeff.
Sounds like
we'll have to have.
Sounds like you need a new keyboard.
Yeah, we're going to have words with Nightbot though. It's not acceptable to be treating my subscribers in this fashion. I'll have a sit down after work tonight. Sit down after work, have a beer with Nightbot, and just go, mate. Like, I get it. You're enthusiastic. You're trying to do your best. You're trying to set a good example, but you're just going too damn far.
It'd be good if you could, if instead of just instantly doing it, it gave it a bit of a warning to us as a moderator or something, so we could say, hey, just let you know, so then we could do it if we find it necessary.
Yeah, it's disappointing that that's all you have to do for it to pick it up as a link, because I'm okay with it like not allowing links unless you're a moderator, but to think that a sentence with just no space after a full stop is a link, that's a bit silly.
Yeah,
I think Nightbot would know slightly better. Like, does it have a www dot in front of it? Does it have a HTTP in front of it?
Yeah.
If no, the frame rate drops are unbelievable. But we'll give it the benefit of the doubt because it is a night race. I just kind of want to get this one done. Whatever happens, happens. I know I'm going to suck here. We'll get on with the tracks that I could do possibly a bit better at. Which is not the next one though, because I think it's Argentina. This has been a slightly better lap, but I did go grey in the third sector, so... Hey, that's the last corner. Whoa, whoa! Fine. I didn't run wide on the last corner, though. 04, 05. Come on, get me under a 7. Oh, that's close. I did it. Team time objective even passed. Nice. So how's game sounds, guys? Let me know. Is it too loud? Surely Phillip Island would be a favourite. Shano, mate, I smashed Phillip Island. Phillip Island, Mazzano. I'm okay at Assen. Didn't you restart the Argentina race like 6 or 7 times in the old game? I wouldn't have thought so. How did you see that, Super Dragon? Have you been trawling through my very ancient videos? Because that would be way back when I had like 16 subscribers.
Well, I mean, he doesn't sleep, so he just watches all your videos all the time.
That is true. Let's go skip session. See if we can get out of Q1.
Ranking screen of this third session of
Speaking of Phillip Island, I'm going there this weekend.
It's actually fastest overall. What are you... fifth fastest overall. What are you going to Phillip Island for, Mad Dog?
The Australian GT and TCR is on this weekend.
Oh, nice.
Well,
This Nightbot lied on his application for sure. He is illiterate. Get a new bot.
For the second qualifying session.
You're going to have serious talks, yeah. Sound is fine now. Excellent all over, John. Thank you.
Get on the track.
I have a bit of spare time. Love it, Super Dragon. But, man, you must have been back in the archives to see that. Missed an hour again. Welcome, Piosco. Great to have you along, sir. It's an absolute pleasure to be joined by you, along with all the other VIPs. And look at that fantastic gold CR the man has. What a legend. Q1. Can I get out of Q1? In fact, do I need to do Q1? Or was that... I didn't read it. I just pushed X. That's what I do. Are you on PC or PS4? This is PS4. I know most of my subscribers are on PS4. So... yeah, I'm straight through to Q2. Ha! There you go, people. I bet you all thought I'd have to do Q1. Nah. Straight into it. Let's pop this bad boy in the top 10 to start the race. But yeah, I did. I know most of my subscribers are on PS4, so I figured if I bought this on PS4 as opposed to PC, if some of you guys do get MotoGP, and hopefully some of you do, we can do some online stuff together. We can have some online races, which would be cool. If I get it on PC, I don't think that would have happened.
it's also good, like, to just be able to sort of chill out a bit more.
Yeah.
Not have to worry about it. And that's like that tipping point between a PC game and a console game. Like, with a console game, you just plug it in, you know it's going to work.
Yeah, although
It's PC games.
I'm getting frame rate drops like you see on PC titles, which is a shame.
Yeah, because, I mean, obviously it's very difficult to put in other riders on the track. You wouldn't have thought they'd be there.
No, I can see how the developers are like, it's fine. No one will have other bikes on the track at once.
Have you been in a situation yet where you've had to do a race?
Where what?
Where you've raced yet?
No. I am a little bit allergic to the Apex. That's fine. There you go. Got to the Apex that time, very briefly, but I got there. This is qualifying. Where I finish here, well, will determine where I start the race from. No Q1 for me because I did finish practice in 5th position. Bearing in mind, I'm not exactly on a good Moto 2 bike. Very sideways there. I was on 2 red sectors as well. So leading the charge is
You
the
spoke
big...
too soon, Hazy.
What'd he say?
He says this is like your cleanest so far.
Yep.
And he's just corrected himself. Was.
It was.
Rosco says we all remember and try to forget Dakar launch day.
Yeah. Yeah, launch days have been a little bit touch and go for me. Bit
wish
like
my,
your sex life, Ryan.
That was really good.
You funny guy. You're a real funny guy.
Oh yeah. Yeah, I wish my bank would forget about buying that game.
Same.
That was a bloody
That was
waste
money
of...
well spent, wasn't it? Oh, 206.6. Not bad, guys. Not bad. I'm getting the hang of this at the crucial time I told you I was ready for quali. Coming up against old Locatelli. Now there's a name that has been floating around this paddock for what feels like many decades. I swear he's as old as Valentino Rossi is. Not quite as prestigious a career. He's not really as old as Rossi, obviously. Rossi's turning 104 this year, I believe. Oh, I've got to be a bit more gentle. I thought that was a pretty clean first sector, but it was a grey.
Man, this is difficult. This car, and I reckon this is probably almost going to be harder than the 919.
Really?
The wireframe is just all over the shop.
A bit like me. I was on the AstroTurf briefly then.
Pretty average for a pro driver, I'll say it again.
I'm not driving, that's why I'm riding. Yeah. Gotcha on technicalities. My favourite kind of gotcha. So 3 grey sectors, I'm not going to improve my time. It felt like a decent lap too. Oh, last corner was good. Last corner might be enough. Come on. 206.6 was last lap. Yeah, nah, that's a hard no with a 7.3. Turns out it is faster to tank slap your way around a lap. There is proof and evidence. That's not the quickest way to do it though, unless you're trying to go to space. No, Ryan is not playing MotoGP. Dual wheel stand. Oh, you big snowflake. This bike really does need some R&D. Let's just return to the pits.
Well, from a bloke that would know, Shano says if you want to look at the road traffic act, riding and driving are the same.
Just saying, what the hell do police know, Shano? F all. That's what's up, mate. That's what's up. I mean, you only care what speed we're doing, not what the name of the act is that we are performing. Just check my phone because that's what pro riders do in between sessions. Just looking at my times here on my phone. There's actually a direct link. There's a MotoGP companion app where you can download and view all of your lap times. And
show us on screen.
Hey,
show us on the screen. I want to see what the data's like.
Show us what on screen.
The data. I want to see. Like I'm a sucker for data.
That's on my phone.
Yeah.
Oh, you wouldn't understand it.
Oh, because it's 2 wheels, I don't get it. Yeah, fair enough.
There you go. That's just what I'm looking at. That's the data there. You guys can see that. That's you probably got the some good lap times out of that. If it's the same, why can't I get a bike license till I've had my car license for 2 years? Is that a thing? I got my bike license when I was 15 years and 10 months old. I got my learners. Couldn't actually ride on the road until I turned 16. And then I never got a car license until I was nearly 18.
Oh, that's a good one, PSK. Which one on here?
No, that's nice though. I like that.
Yeah.
Yeah, Travis, leaked. Only pro riders get access to that companion app, so don't search your phone. shows your red tube. I didn't know that was a crime, Shano. 7 minutes left. Have I got time for one more squirt, or am I just going to take a 206.6? I'm fourth out of 18. No,
I thought you weren't watching RevTube.
Good one. Good one. Just going to go for a quick squirt. Okay.
The mechanics are
On the
taking
bike,
the bike
that is.
out of the pit, and the rider is ready to get on. Let's see if some
The rider's ready to get on,
comes from the
and I'm ready to get off. Let's make it happen, rider. See, they have been lazy with that body modelling. Like, again, not being sexist, my rider is a female, and I know female athletes and all the rest, but this is the same body type as the males have.
Isle of Man was last week. Unfortunately, another rider has succumbed to Isle of Man.
I can adjust my traction control and stuff.
Oh,
It was on maximum. Gonna leave it there, as it turns out.
As it turns out, that's a good spot.
As it happens.
Rascal has a question for you. It says, as another rider, Charlie, how do you find bike sims compared to car sims? I find no similarity between the real experience, unlike car sims.
Yeah.
Is it just for fun? Basically asking what you see in them.
Good question. Rascal. No. In terms of bike sims, obviously they can try and simulate the speed and the handling and the fun of it. But the reality is, I've never ridden a motorbike in real life with a PlayStation controller or an Xbox controller or even a Wii Fit. So, get around the corner, please, you son of a bitch. So yeah, obviously there's something very detached, and I'm the same with racing sims. I know some people may disagree, but for me, if you're driving a racing sim on a controller, and you know, no insult to you if you are, but I'm saying there's a huge disconnect between reality and what you're doing with the controller. At least with the steering wheel doesn't feel real. First of all, the actual wheel diameter is way too small unless you're used to driving old Formula 3s and such, which actually might replicate that. How big is the G29 wheel, Ryan?
I think it's 27 centimeters.
Is it 27? 27? That's actually bigger than I anticipated. Feels like about 24 or 25. But
from memory, I will Google it for you right now. Because I know that my Fanatec one, the Porsche one, was 30.
that would have felt much nicer, I presume.
Oh, it was fantastic.
Yeah.
I mean, it was also made of Alcantara and really nice, so that helps. G29 wheel width.
Does this game allow you to use the tilt function for the DualShock 4 as steering? I don't know, but that would be pretty mental.
270 on the nose.
270, good call, Ryan. Good call. But no, for me personally, and that's just a personal opinion, everyone's opinion may vary, but I don't care if you're playing Gran Turismo, Assetto Corsa, MotoGP. If you're doing it on a controller, then you're not really simulating reality, are you? And I would argue that MotoGP is as much a bike simulator with a controller as Assetto Corsa or Project Cars is on a controller as well. And there's no real alternative solution. I can't even conceptualise a rig that would feel realistic. Like I've sat on the arcade bike things where you sit on it and tilt the bike over. It's not even remotely realistic. And I can't...
Well, no, I mean, you would have to have so many sensors in it to make it sensible. The one thing that I found, obviously, I've never ridden a motorbike, so I'm not going to make any comments about riding a motorbike. But
never ridden any motorbike?
Never, ever.
Any motorbike at all?
Never, ever.
Next time you're down, you're going to have to take the postie out for a run. Around the paddock. Postie.
Don't you mean the endurance race bike, off-road race bike?
Correct. The big Honda CT110, for those who don't know what a postie bike is.
Yeah. But yeah, so one thing that I sort of felt from a photographer standpoint, because I went to a track once taking photos of a race car that we were working with, and in between the race for that guy, there was moto bikes. I think it was the Australian Superbikes were on at Barbagallo.
Yeah.
And I thought it was fantastic watching them from a photography standpoint, because I'd never really paid too much attention. This was obviously before I knew Charlie and all that. I didn't actually pay too much attention, still don't really, to MotoGP and things like that.
Sound like you said MotoGP then. I didn't even realise the guy had his own championship. Oh, you've got an SV650, Trav. Nice, man. Nice. They're a punchy little... Is it a Lambs approved one? If you're from Australia and you know what Lambs means. Sorry, Ron, keep going. I was just asking questions during your...
Yeah, do it. But yeah, so for me, it was really good to watch the bikes, the way they actually sort of got around on the bike, which obviously you watch now and you see it on TV and all that stuff, and you go, but I'd never seen that before. So seeing it in person, watching them really get up over the side of the bike and getting down and like using themselves to manipulate the bike. You'd never be able to get that through a sim.
No. You would have to have such a sophisticated and very expensive sim that pushed the bike back upright, that ducked the bike down a little bit. Like, could it be done? Absolutely. Like, we can put man on the moon. I'm sure we can create a motorbike simulator. Can we create one that's widely available? What's another word for available?
Well,
you know what I mean? To the general public. Accessible, thank you. To the general public, no.
I mean, if you want to do it so much that you would consider spending the sort of money you would need to buy that sort of
tens,
setup,
if not hundreds of thousands, yeah.
Go and buy a bloody 600 bike and actually just go and do it.
Just buy a real bike. Yep.
Do track days. You can pick up, like, one of my mates was involved with an Australian Superbike team, and he was saying that they had their old bikes, like 600 cc race bikes,
Wood Mojo, yeah,
for sale for bugger all. So like it was actually that cheap that he was considering getting
the end
one.
of the second and last qualifying session.
So you know, if you can do that, go and buy it, get on track for a year and cost under 15 grand.
Yeah,
I guarantee it would cost more than 50 to have a proper sim.
Yeah. Hey, Jevril, what's going on, man? King Jev in the house, or is it Queen Jev, I believe? Throws around some habit. And I agree with Shana. AC and iRacing is like comparing chalk and cheese. Here's something controversial. I think the car physics are better in Assetto Corsa, but the tyre model is definitely better in iRacing. No doubt about it. But I think the car physics in Assetto Corsa are very good. Having said that, iRacing has very intuitive suspension control and all sorts of stuff. But they don't feel the same. You take a GT3 car, the same car around the same track in Assetto Corsa and iRacing, and they feel nothing alike. They're as different as bloody project cars and iRacing just about.
The weather forecast for the race is good.
I'd say they're probably closer. There is a big difference between project cars.
I was exaggerating for dramatic effect, Ryan.
Oh, okay.
Okay, sure.
Okay, then. You do you.
You do you, and I'll do me. Welcome, everyone. Thank you for hanging around. We're an hour into the stream. Welcome to the very first race of my MotoGP 19 Moto2 career. I'll be trying to crack through these races, and when I know the track's a little bit better, I'll be able to skip a bit more of the practices, be able to go drop a hot lap, skip to quality, so on and so forth. So things will speed up as I get a little bit better. Puncher, and of course, hope to end up in the MotoGP. I will try, I think, before the end of the stream, an online race just to see if anything is there. But let's just go to race. I'm used to the bike the way it is. Starting out of 4th position, which I'm actually pretty happy with, to be honest.
I'll give you the hot tip.
Please.
Me trying to do a livery whilst you being on a stream is very
difficult.
Extremely unproductive.
I'm a very handsome and distracting young man. RF2 is the best of all, not biased. That is totally biased, Shano. And I don't know that I agree with you. There's a lot of really good things about R Factor and R Factor 2. But is it the best? No. Just no.
So Trap asks, is iRacing worth it?
Oh, okay.
I think you and I
may have jumped the start there.
Oh, good one.
I stopped again, mate. I've got a 5-second penalty. Can't restart the race. And now I'm last. Things have gone well. I didn't realise there was no neutral. And literally, yeah.
You and I are going to have to sit down one day and just make a video specifically on our thoughts and the costs of iRacing, because it's a question that comes up every time we talk about iRacing.
It is. Oh. Oh, please don't crash. Trying to make my Hollywood comeback. I have overtaken a lot of people. I've crashed. And I'm last again.
Are the other guys even racing?
I don't even know. I'm just pissy about the start. Like, I've kind of lost interest in this race now.
Is that Remy Gardner?
Yeah. Well, Remy Gardner's 19th now. Not realistic. This game didn't do a form check before they released, did they? Gardner is bloody quick.
They accepted you as a pro.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm a bit butthurt about that start. How do you rev the bike up?
Yes.
Unless it's like Gran Turismo where you got to hold the brake in. I need to investigate that. But that's a real shame that I just jumped the start, then stopped, then missed the lights. I mean, don't get me wrong, crashing doesn't help, but if I was up front, where I belong...
How many laps? 10 laps.
Yeah.
Well, you probably win by 10 seconds then.
I don't know that I would, man. I might have been able to run with the top view.
I don't know, you seem to be going past these back guys pretty bloody quick.
Yeah, but these guys are bloody hopeless, mate.
Bloody hopeless.
That's why I'm back here with them. I'm just hanging with me peeps.
Couldn't string 2 laps together in practice. I can't see why you do well in the race, I guess.
I was doing okay. That was the final turn, by the way, guys. Nailed it. Look at me blast through the field. I'm about to take 26th position. Having qualified 5th. Can't pretend I'm happy with it. Whoa, some wild manoeuvres there. Forgot to brake for turn 1. No, it's okay. Pulled the big girl up. And around the outside. That's the trick. So at this point it seems like corner exits are sort of my forte. It's the other components of a corner that is not my strength. You know, like braking and mid-corner speed. But very decent on the exits. Committed to my throttle. Well, a little bit over-committed on that occasion, but got away with it. Well, I'm glued to this man. Little wheel stand past him, because that's how you do it. Oh, I had to stand the bike up. Tyre wear is on as well. Something else you don't get the option of selecting. So, am I burning my tyres out? 100%. But I am making my way back through. I have a 5-second penalty to serve. Whoa! I'm catching a lot of potential high sides.
Just call him Mark Marquez.
Yeah. Now there's a man that knows how to save a potential crash.
Yeah, the guys in my other chat were talking about the last one he did.
That's the final corner, so of course I cocked it up.
And they just could not get over the fact that he was able to save that.
Exactly, Luca. Wheelie past your opponents to assert dominance.
Invoke fear.
So I'm catching up to the next pack, 19th through 17th. Look at the way I can count on the fly. The man's basically a genius.
Counting's hard.
Great corner exit as usual. So still have a 5-second penalty to serve. I presume I don't have to go through the pits for it. And they're just going to add it to my race time. Bit harsh considering I stopped having jumped the start and then missed the actual start of the race and went to last. Feel like they could have gone, it's all good. He's got his comeuppance. But let's hound down 15th position. How's my tyre wear going? Unsure. Oh, there you go. I can see him down there. It does actually show tyre wear on the dash, on the virtual dash. When I get on the straight, I'm going to read them. So it looks like the front is taking the pounding. Oh, that's the temperature as well. So front tyre temperature is good, unsurprisingly. Rear tyre temperature is up.
Your rear tyre is 150.
Yep.
That's hot.
Yep. It's back down into the orange now, though. It's cooling down on the straights. But if that's tyre wear in the 2 bars next to it, then it's my front that's copped the most wear. I do seem to be struggling slightly to catch this group of bikes in front of me, unfortunately. Trying to be a little bit more gentle. I'm not used to racing anything with the controller. I'm just trying to be a bit more gentle, easing. Look at Gardner working his way through the pack up to 14th. The big fella here. He was in 21th. What? He was in 21th? No, he was in 21st.
Moments ago, Charlie says,
Yeah.
It's like I'm a genius.
It's like I'm a genius. 21th? I'm a selective genius. I'm not always smart. I have to turn it on and off, because if I overdo it, then I might overheat my brain.
Something like that.
I'm catching them now. Use that extra bit of racetrack they give me. Yeah, it's good on the power. A bit of rev limiter on the exit. This is the final turn. Let's not... That wasn't the final turn at all. Told you I don't know this track. Oh yes, slides it up the inside. That was a nice... It was aggressive, but it was nice. So I guess this next right-hander is the final turn. De Gianantonio slides it up into 15th, and I've caught Remy Gardner. So I am fiddling my way through the field. Lap 4 of 10. Well, that's lap 5, so I'm halfway through the race. Good lap though, coming in with a solid 207.7 at mid-race distance. Just trying to stand my rider up a little bit before I really get on the throttle to try and prevent spinning up the rear tyre. I think if this was a full race distance, I'd be in a bit of strife. posticles. Let's see if I can punt the only other Aussie in the field as I dive bomb in a massive way. Good exit though. Good exit out there on the AstroTurf, or the painted. Please don't bin it. Was holding a lot of front brake then. Oh, a little nudge out from Gardner. Threatened by a fellow Aussie. You hate to see the friendly fire like that. Concentration phase has been engaged. It was actually Locatelli. I didn't even realise Gardner had gone up the inside of Locatelli. How are those guys stopping? I braked at the same time as them then and ran well wide. Is it just a case of my bike is not up to scratch? Oh, I need a suck job there. He is pulling away from me. That's why I needed to hold that spot at the front of the grid. I'm going to lose a lot of spots as well when that 5-second penalty has to be paid. Well, yeah, I'm off. Not ideal. Lap 6. That felt like a bit of tyre wear, just starting to kick my ass a bit. Oh. Gardner up to 12th. Man, he really is smashing it. Maybe this is simulating real life. Back up to Giantonio. That's a lot of mouthful to say. Luca's like, yeah, no, that's like Smith in Italian. I think he's Italian.
Rusty Ross says, is this game worth it or will it get boring? Well, I guess that's depending on what you want to get out of it.
Very much personal preference. Also, this is my very first race in the game. Haven't even tried a MotoGP bike out yet. So, I'm going to be honest with you, given that my recommendation could directly result in people spending their own hard-earned money, I don't wish to make a recommendation yet. So far, though, it actually feels pretty good. The bike physics seem pretty nice. Early impressions from what I've done do seem quite good, but again, I'm a bit hesitant to really drop a recommendation. Can I bridge this gap again? Just need to get as far up as I can so that when the 5-second penalty is applied at the end of the race, I don't drop too far back. I think I'm going to be flat out staying inside the top 20 though at this stage. But yeah, so far, I mean, you can see how it looks. It looks pretty nice. Having said that, obviously it looks nicer for me. You guys are watching it at a max bitrate of 6,500, which is all I can stream out on YouTube. Gives... Oh, past Bastianini. Great drive there up to Jorge Martin. Oh, that's some contact with Martin. I blame him for that. He put his bike purposely directly where I needed to have my motorbike. And we intertwined in a love-making session that ended in tears for both of us, as they so often do. But yeah, it certainly looks nice enough. I'm keen to see a daytime race. I'm looking forward to getting through this and moving on, even though I hate the next circuit. And Argentina looks a bit weird anyway, to be honest. It always has in all the other games. It's, again, not been one of the nicer looking tracks. It's got sort of it's got little baby blue and white ripple strips, I think. But I am keen to see how this game looks in the daytime and how it runs in the daytime. A few frame rate issues at LaSalle. Can you go into first person? You absolutely can. There it is. There's that view as well. Helmet view. And then there's Mad Dog view, which is what I'm going to be running. Lap 8 of 10. As I again try and catch up to this group of Locatelli. Who else was here? Gardner was here. And Bastianini as well.
See you later, Ranger. Welcome, Redbeard.
Yes, welcome to everyone. Sorry I can't read the chat. Obviously, got a little bit going on at the moment.
Like what?
Big dive bomb. Squirt back past him. Go after the hunt of Bastianini. See if I can catch up to Navarro up there. I'm going to sort my braking out. I'm not strong under brakes. If I push too hard, I drop it. Gardner's up to the top 10. Great job from 21st. Sterling effort by the Australian. But yeah, the bike physics feel pretty nice. It sort of feels a little bit slow to turn. And that's actually a good thing. It's making the bike a bit more stable. It's not quite as flighty. And your little controller inputs don't really have a huge effect over the bike. And that's what you want. You want little inputs to just have small effects on the lean angle and stuff like that. Not to stand the bike bolt upright. Because you pull out a little bit with a stick. I knew that was going to be funny as soon as I said it. And you pull out with a stick. God, I'm 16 years old sometimes. Those bikes have got so much more grunt than mine.
You are a child.
Yeah, I am. I really am. Rip past Gardner as Navarro steals the top 10 back off him. I'll get past Navarro as well. Now I've got no one to show me where to brake. I could be back in strife. Trying not to take out Gardner. Hopefully he doesn't punt me wide. Actually, I've been meaning to watch that documentary. Wayne, his dad, for those who didn't know, there's a documentary on Stan. I think it's just called Wayne. Apparently it's quite good. Because Wayne Gardner did a lot for motorcycle racing in this country. Believe it or not, for those internationally, motorsport is just not that big in Australia. The only motorsport that's really ever been big is the supercars, and even then, they haven't always been as big as they are now. Motorcycle racing was very, very small. Gardner really brought it to the country. And even during Doohan's dominant 5 years or so that he had, minimal coverage on TV. So this would be weird for the Poms, because the Poms absolutely froth on motorbike racing. So I'm interested to see that. I must say that of all the Aussie riders, Wayne probably was not one of my favourites. He was always a bit of a whinger. Well, he certainly came across that way. And I know he didn't become popular in the Superbike paddock when he joined that after his retired from his career. I presume you'd remember him from those days more so, Ryan?
Oh, yes.
See you, Ranger.
Coca-Cola Supercars.
Yes. Final lap of the first race. And if nothing else, I think I have legitimately got a bit of a handle on how to ride these bikes. Obviously, I've had a few crashes, but I think overall my pace and the smoothness of how I ride, and that's what's always key on motorbikes. It always looks so loose. Looks like people are just riding a bucking Bronco. But the reality is, it's generally those people...
There's a B in there for those who are cautious.
What's that?
There's a B in
bucking,
there.
a bucking Bronco. Want a bit deep, pushing too hard to catch up to... Who's that? Marini. Fairly inconsequential if I catch him or not. It's just about putting as much space over the guys behind me. I'm in 10th, which I'm from dead last on the grid. I'm relatively happy with that as a comeback. Obviously, this is on Pro if you've just joined throughout the race. The chat spoke. I had to go straight to Pro, which is not great when you're as inexperienced as I am these days. Oh, no. Last lap. I was doing so well. Please stop doing a wheel stand. So that's back to 12th. I have to give up 5 more seconds because... And I also need to practice a start. So I don't really know how to get off the line. All I did was touch the throttle, and I just started taking off. See if I can claw anything back through the final stages. But this Moto 2 championship that I'm doing is really, for me, just about learning how to play this game. How to handle bikes. That frame rate drop is the worst. And that's, I guess, what it's supposed to do in real life as well. Oh, don't. Too hard on the brakes. So I was actually doing quite well. Up, hanging out with 9th. I'll cross the line in 14th, which is disappointing. By the time we had 5 seconds, can I get a top 20 to round out race number 1? Not ideal, but it's all about learning.
The stars of this exciting race are finishing their final lap. Let's take advantage of these
How did
moments
I
to
go?
take a look at the
I got top 20.
final ranking.
So 16th I got, which is, I guess, kind of decent. Much faster lap time than anyone in front of me, really. Who beat that? What did I do? 207.2, which is good enough pace. Same as it's equal fastest lap with Baldassarre. So if I hadn't have stacked it, if I hadn't have cocked up the start, potentially I could have actually run that out in a fairly good position. Let's power through this.
Even if he didn't make the podium, his placing shows that the bike and rider are competitive. If he keeps this up, the team could find itself fighting for the top positions.
Is there an option where if you crash out of the race, it's DNF? I guess not, because damage was set to real, wasn't it, Ryan? If memory serves me.
Something like that.
Wow, this stream has been going for an hour and a half. I'm going to take...
You got through one race.
I got through one race, but we're going to at least start the next one and possibly race it as well. But I am going to take a quick wee break, and then I'll be right back in just a moment. All right. We are back. There's another one of them.
Just because you can.
Just because I can. I don't really drink beers when I drive. Don't drink and drive. Hey, Shano's still here too. What a perfectly timed road safety awareness tip for you all. Don't drink and drive. But drinking and riding, totally fine. I'm sure Shano will also endorse that.
If you'll remember back to previous statements, they're the same, one and the same.
No, drinking and riding's fine. He will support that, I'm sure. So remember, kids, if you're out there and you've been drinking, don't drive. Take your motorbike instead. It's much safer. That's a joke, by the way. I'm sure no one watching this stream. Like a lot of people just left this stream while I was having a toilet break. But I'm sure everyone watching is intelligent enough to know that obviously I'm being facetious. I'm being a big fakasha when I say that. Don't drink and drive. Or ride. News from around the world. Marquez of Arabia. They're even using trope headlines in the video game, which seems accurate. That's what Uber is for. I already have. Yep, that's what Uber's for, Chris. Hope that beer's not warm. Why would that beer be warm? I just got it fresh out of the refrigerator. Can I go to the next race here? Can I do stuff to the bike? Oh, I might be able to do stuff to the bike here.
I was catching what you're kicking there, Mike.
Why? What did you say? Okay, I could add one thing, so I added to the frame. Round 2, start weekend at Argentina, another track I know so badly. You can at least select only race, so if you're pretty confident, you can just go, bang, let's get it done. We'll do a bit of a pracky. Hopefully this doesn't take as long, because I've got a feel for the bike now. And thank you all very much for joining me, by the way. I know motorbike games aren't really what I built this channel on. I know a lot of you don't ride motorbikes and perhaps don't even have much interest in motorbike racing, but I have to say, get on board. Motorbike racing is amazing. I mean, if you watch Formula 1, where 3 things happened in 3 races, that last race of MotoGP at Mugello, holy shit, what a race. Like, you don't have to be a fan of motorbikes to appreciate the racing. The final lap saw the top 3 people, Marquez, Dovizioso, and the eventual winner, side by side, 3 wide, scrapping it out.
We're back live for the third
for that first place. So kudos to Petrucci for taking that victory. But man, what a race. I think halfway through that race, the top 7 riders were covered by about 1.7 seconds or something. It was ridiculous. Amazing. It's good racing. If you like motorsport, give MotoGP a go. And also give this stream a like. How's that for a... I just sort of tacked that on the end there.
There's a segue in there. I don't think you got it.
It was a pretty seamless transition, wasn't it? Watch MotoGP and like this stream and make sure you follow Dovizioso.
Yeah. If you don't like this stream, I don't think you like motorsport.
43 likes. Holy shit. Nice, guys. Thank you all so much.
When you say 3 things happen in a Formula 1 race, I mean, you do mean the race starts, pit stop, and the race ends.
The race starts, Hamilton's qualified in P2, he takes P1 on the first turn, and that's the end of the race. At some point, either Ricciardo will break down, or his team will screw him over and he'll come like 13th. So, for the Aussies watching, spoiler alert, that's every race this year. Oh man, I don't know this track. I at least know LaSalle slightly better than this. I do remember many years ago, MotoGP 14 maybe, I did actually learn this track at some point and got halfway competent.
Unfortunately, though, the surroundings other than a bike don't look any better than at night time.
I mean, they're okay.
Yeah, I mean, they're good, but to me, like watching your stream here, it looks like the bike's in 1080p and they're just running everything else at about 600.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty much. Welcome to the new subscriber too. Can't say who that is, but welcome. Thank you. I'm sure the guys in the chat will...
Ninja!
Is every corner on this track a hairpin? Ninja, welcome, Ninja.
Mike, you're definitely right there. It's a long-term game, that one. I mean, not for Ricardo's wallet, obviously. He's pretty happy right now.
Yeah, he's doing just fine in that. Oh, that invalidated my lap time with that small run off the outside.
That long left there, that's not a hairpin.
I mean, most corners on this track, though, are sharp. There's just not many... Oh, this is... Look at the camber of that corner. That's kind of cool, actually.
Travers asked, what bike are you on? MB, I know that much.
It is correct. I mean, if you don't know much about Moto2, they all have the same motor in them. It is the Triumph 765 triple, but this is the MB Augusta. So at the start of the season, because I skipped Moto3, obviously, this game's only been released today. I haven't done the whole season yet.
Pretty piss poor, really.
Piss poor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so they only give you the shitty teams to choose from. And this was the shitty team I chose. I think they all had equal stats. There was no great advantage. I think there's 2 KDMs, a Calex, and an MV Augusta.
And here we are.
And here we are with the big MV. Living the dream. See if I can tag on to the back of Gardner here. Follow his lines. Farming is one of the most common activities around here, yeah. I spend a lot of time farming for a bloke who doesn't play Farming Simulator and all lives on a farm. There's another super sharp hairpin.
Be the first to stick my hand up and say have played too much Simulator of Farm.
You spent a bit of time in the old Farming Simulator on?
Just a bit. Oh, there goes the world.
Yeah. Just dropped your false teeth?
Well, no. I'm not that old. But,
Nope. Just noped my way through that corner.
Nope.
Oh! Remy. This is into the super gnarly. 148.2, so I'm only 1.1 seconds off. It's so much easier when I've got bikes to follow as opposed to having to figure this out myself. I'll be rubbish if I have to lead this race.
Oz Farmer says it's far from a farming simulator. What gives you that idea? Did you talk to a bloke once who has a farm?
Yeah, with a name like Oz Farmer, clearly the guy is just a suburban urban cowboy.
Well, isn't suburban and urban like 2 different things?
No?
I'm not saying I'm going to profess to know the answer to that question, but I'm going to throw it out there all the same.
I think they're similar.
What I might do is that thing where you Google something and it gives you the answer.
Yes. I do hear that Google has quite a lot of answers for things. Remember the good old days pre-Google where you could win an argument just through stubborn determination and that's the nope corner. Not too bad this time around. stubborn determination and just simply being more convincing, you could win an argument.
I was going to say, just be confident and
Yeah.
you'll be fine.
People would just go, oh, look, you win. You know, I clearly I got it wrong. You just seem very sure of the answer. In this day and age, it's like everyone grabs the phone and goes straight for Google. You cannot bluff your way through answers these days. I just went top. I think given that form, I'm going to go straight to qualifying. Stop it! No. Yeah, I think given that form, I'm ready for qualifying. And also, I don't want this stream to go till 12:30.
Yeah. There you go. So the main types of communities are urban areas, can be a metropolitan area, population usually over 1 million,
Let's take a look at the names of the riders who managed to record the best times.
Suburban areas have lower population density than inner. It's like on the outskirts of the city.
Great, so they're exactly the same. Excellent.
No,
that's what I thought.
Hey,
the good old days, CR. You know it, Oz Farmer. You know it, mate.
We're back at the circuit for the second qualifying round. The first riders are about to get on the track and battle their way.
So I actually was fastest in Q3, which means that I skipped Q1 straight through to Q2. You'll love to see it. I'm feeling good about this one, Ryan, even though I don't know this track at all. I'm bluffing my way through because you can't Google talent.
No, you can't. You also can't really do too much worse than your other race just before.
Well, I mean, there was 36 people or something in this race. I finished 16th. I was like mid-pack on a shitty team. But also, I don't know how to get off the line. I still don't actually know how to get off the line. Probably should have done at least 1 or 2 R&D things before I went to quali, but it's whatever.
There is movement in the pit. The mechanics are preparing the bike and the rider seems very focused. We'll see if he can improve his time.
Yeah, Volta, that's what I said, and I'm trying really hard not to look sexist or chauvinistic or anything like that, but there's no way they modelled a female rider in this game. They might have modelled some heads, some female heads, but they have not adjusted the overall shape of the rider to reflect that. Which is a bit piss poor, in my humblest of opinions. I'm sure someone to follow here.
Yeah, I had, in relation to Super Dragons and the Oz Farmers chat, I had actually built my farm up so that I had 150 cows. I've not tended to those cows since, hang on 1 second. The 5th of March. I'm sure they're fine.
Yeah, definitely. Cows are stubborn animals. Refuse to die. Surely Ozfarmer has never played Farm Simulator. Why would Ozfarmer ever play Farming Simulator? That would be awful.
According to Steam, I have 57 hours on Farming Simulator. That's probably like...
Damn, son.
One line down, plowing a field, and he's turned around and come back.
Well, half the time he joins these live streams from his tractor.
Yeah.
Like, you don't get much more farming than that.
Yeah.
I'm literally watching this live stream from the tractor.
From my combine harvester.
I've got a lovely combine harvester. Here's the nope corner. Oh, no, that was nice. If anything, could have gone faster. Looks like my natural riding style suits these fast-flowing corners a little better than what Abu Dhabi had to offer. I say as I massively overcook the sharpest corner in the world. But overall, not bad. 46.7. I believe that is currently top spot.
Travis, I'm not 100% sure, but what do you mean by Danica is the only female racer?
Danica. in IndyCars.
Well,
That's where
Danica Patrick doesn't race anymore for one, but there is definitely more. There's definitely more female races than just Danica.
Well, we have a World Supersport 300 World Champion. That is way too hot into that corner. 2018 World Champion for the World Super Sport 300s was in fact a female. Motorbikes, I think motorsport really is a good platform to see more gender equality, because I don't think you need to be a big sterling, like, it's a lot harder, I think, for females to compete against males in something like Aussie rules football because of physical strengths and such. But I think motorsport is one where we can see them excel. Maybe not now, but you've also got to remember they're up against guys who have been brought up by families who have done motorsport since day one. Whereas it's only sort of a much newer concept. I was only 0.85, but that's good consistency. 0.85 off my previous lap.
The biggest problem that women face in motorsport, I would say, is just funding.
Yeah.
I mean, I find that a ridiculous notion, given how much sex sells in everything in the whole world. Why aren't sponsors getting behind good drivers?
Well, I guess those two might be exclusive from each other. You're presuming that the female races are all of a.
Well, no, I'm not saying I'm not saying all of them, but I do know of a fair few that are definitely deserving of a good opportunity.
Oh, absolutely.
That have been fighting an uphill battle as far as funding is. I mean, Chelsea enjoys just one of them, and that's just in Australia.
Yeah, and she actually is quite talented. She deserves a shot. She's got it in TCR though, so I hope she can make something of that. Oh, that's too fast.
We're back from the pit lane where the rider is returning to his team. He probably wants to reveal some further information about the bike setup.
Yeah, there is 3 females in the TCR. Chelsea Angelo being one of them. The other one's
Molly Taylor.
That's the rally one.
Yep.
She can steer. She can bloody steer a car.
Yep. And there is another one as well. It's a New Zealander chick.
Oh, it is too. Yeah, I don't know much about her, but I know that the rally one can bloody steer a car. And Chelsea Angelo's got some talent too. Actually, Speedy Chicken Man, is he floating around? Because he would have met her on the Speed Week thing that he did on TV.
Probably doesn't want to talk about it because I'm pretty sure she beat him, didn't she?
Oh, potentially. Nothing to do with gender, just obviously she did better on the day.
Yeah.
Because she's good at what she does, that's what I'm saying.
I don't know if you've seen it, but Speedy's actually not too bad at Green.
I haven't seen it. I heard it was rubbish. That's all I'm hearing.
All this trash dog should bring the chicken out for sure.
That's the end of the second and last.
So I qualified on pole position for my second race by a whopping 0.5 of a second. Half a second in front. You love to see it at a track I'm not confident at. Speedy just pipped up. I've only seen the first one. I've been meaning to go back and do that. Hey Sono, how are you, mate? Welcome to the stream. Welcome to everyone that has joined me. Making me want a beer now. Isn't it like 1 o'clock in the afternoon for you? Actually, what am I saying? That's fine. You can have a beer at 1 o'clock. Just don't drive. Hey Shano. Let's see if I can pull one out of the bag and have a semi-decent race here. Really want a podium. I'd love to finish the stream with a podium.
Where riders and engineers are talking over the last
Good luck.
few details before the race.
Thank you. I'm starting off pole. Have no idea how to start this race. Let's try one more time with feeling. And I guess if I jump the start, I'm going to hold the brake on this time. And rev that way. Does it give you any instructions? No. Brake on. Nothing seems to work. I don't know how to rev, so I just bog it off the start.
Pretty much.
Do a massive wheel stand because shit, yeah. And I'm gone from pole straight down to asshole. So still lots of frame rate drops. That's not great. Oh yes, but good up the inside. Gain some positions back early. Back to 7th already. Try not to go too hard too early. Oh, I think I clipped the back wheel then. Tuck in the 6 behind Baldassari. Gardner up in 4th position. Love to see that. This bike is still severely lacking in speed. Oh, very, very unstable under brakes there. Come on, round the outside. I am 2 trailer park girls. It's back to 5th. At least I've recovered something. But yeah, no, I have to say so far, early impressions. I do like the way this game handles. I like the way the bikes handle, I like the grip levels.
You like the cut of its jib.
I also like absolutely ploughing that guy, Marcel Schroeder, in the butt. It's okay, back to 6th. I can come back from here. Wayne was a heck of a rider, Volta, you're right. I was just saying, there's a the Wayne documentary that released recently is on Stan, which is a streaming service in Australia. And I intend on watching that over this weekend. I think I'll sit down with Mrs. Rosco and watch a bit of that. We've got no MotoGP on this weekend, do we? We've got Canada F1 and we've got the World Superbikes from wherever the hell they are. Wherever the hell Bautista's about to get another double, that's where they are. Yeah, ploughed into the back of Marcel Schrotter. Ploughed him from behind like we just got married. Well, that's a bit weird because I'm a female racer in this. But, you know, it's 2019. Let's open our minds to possibilities. It is absolutely bucking and weaving. There's that B word again, bucking. Meanwhile, the YouTube bot that detects swearing is like, I don't recognise the word bucking. Whoa, whoa! Oh, I had to shut the throttle right off then. Come in, pull it up. I'm just going to take the emergency. Oh, I've taken pit lane. It's
You are not a very good pro race driver.
Oh, legit. I'm going to do a pit stop. I got a 5-second penalty for something too. I don't even know what.
Probably going in pits.
Surely this clears that 5-second penalty. I'm now... Well, that's disappointing because I had pace here and I just ran it way too hard. Found myself going into pit lane. I've now done a 2 or 3 of the pits. It didn't clear my 5-second penalty. You love to see it. That should definitely have cleared that 5-second penalty. Let me race, damn autopilot. Well, that has now put me half a lap behind everyone. Because I'm on pro, I cannot restart the race, so...
You can do it!
That is just tragically disappointing from what was it? Oh, I'm immediately high-sided as well because I'm angry. What a disappointment. Qualified on pole. I'm now like the best part of half a lap behind the rest of the field. That is really disappointing. That is really disappointing. And in the remaining 9 laps, I suspect there's going to be nothing I can do because I'm not going to be going at 5 seconds a lap faster than everyone. Unless I don't know what the 5-second penalty was for. One really is the loneliest number. So I'm 13 seconds behind 32nd and second last after a tour of the pit lane. Oh wow, I kind of thought the bike would push out wider there and it just didn't.
Walter says you jumped the start again, apparently.
How did I jump the start? I bogged it off the start, lost everything. Oh, I've high-sided again, got on the grass on the exit. This race is an absolute shit fight. I won't retire. I'll finish the race, but...
Ooh, that was a good crash too.
Yeah, just got the grass on the exit. But I mean, I am so far behind at this point. I don't even think it's possible to catch second last.
Yeah, I was farmer. You just need to put the irrigation pipe in somewhere on the farm, anywhere that'll keep you going for ages.
It's invaluable practice for when I come here on the MotoGPs after I definitely get picked up because I'm pro.
Pro as.
Just joined. How's the game, G-Man? It's good. This race didn't go well. I accidentally did a tour of the pit lane and now I'm last by a very long way. But so far, it seems quite good. The bike physics are good. I've only ridden the Moto2 bikes.
Let's just reiterate that was not the game's fault.
No, that was not the game's fault. It was definitely rider error. Apparently I jumped the start again. I need to figure out how to start a race because you cannot gas up the bike on the start line. If you touch the throttle, you will just jump the start, which is why I've got a 5-second penalty apparently. But so far so good. I wouldn't mind just trying a MotoGP bike. I'll check online, see if there's any online races before I finish the stream, after I've finished this absolute fustercluck of a race. Oh, nearly fling it into the... looks pretty decent. It does look pretty decent. My skill and ability has not been decent so far. And my... Oh. I've gone to shit now that the race is going badly. Such a shame. Qualified on pole. And when it rains, it pours. But yeah, no, it feels alright. It does feel alright so far. I'm looking forward to hooking into this career a little more. I'm now 16 seconds. I've actually lost 3 seconds from second last because of my silly crashes I've been doing. I am also on a really crappy bike, which is an excuse I'd like to use right now. Pull it up, big dog.
Well, whilst we're talking about good efforts, probably not a silly thing just to throw out that fact of in 1944 today, the good soldiers did D-Day.
It was D-Day. It is the anniversary. 75th anniversary, do you say?
It'd be about the one, yeah.
Yeah, I think it's the 75th anniversary of D-Day, so that is worth acknowledging. Probably the reason I'm sitting here not speaking German is because of the efforts that went into that.
Them good folk with more brass in their nuts than just about any kid these days.
Yeah. Yes, no, it is a worthy topic to remember. The back rear overheated, yeah, they are. It's over 160. I'm punching very hard out of the corners, which isn't helping. But I mean, does it really matter? It's irrelevant at this point. I'm half race distance, and I'm just like, well, I've got it down 11 seconds. I've actually taken 5 seconds off second last position, 32nd, as I overcook it massively into this corner again. Traction control is on the highest setting, by the way, if you're wondering, down below on the virtual, right where you can't see because I've got my website there. No, I think it's just above that. You can see traction control, so it is on the highest setting. Choose a soft for 12 laps, absolutely, Raph. I am a crazy bastard. But again, totally irrelevant because of what happened in the first 2 laps of this race. I'm just an also ran today. Suddenly the results in race 1 at LaSalle don't seem so bad, do they? Oh, that is... that is wild. The back rear, you thought they meant the front rear. Valid concern. Grass on the inside to try and cool the tyre off. Taking a leaf out of Shane Van Gisbergen's book there. Here's that corner I get wrong every lap. And so as not to disappoint you good folk at home. I've done it again. Into the first Nope corner. It's quite cool actually, that corner. It's into a bit of a bowl, but then the camber shifts for the right-hander. It's quite nifty. Oh, that's too much throttle. He's getting a bit carried away. By the way, what you can't see is how much I do actually have to feather the throttle and the brakes.
Maybe you need to get a camera cam, which would subsequently be looking at your nuts.
It would be staring directly at my bollocks. Yep. The controller is literally covering the old plums. Cooling the tyres off again. I probably just could have ended this race and DNF'd. Oh, there we go. There's a guy. I've actually caught someone. With 4 laps to go, I might not come last. I was about to say I could have just exited this race at the start, but...
Where's the fun in that?
Where's the fighting spirit on that on the anniversary of D-Day?
If they just quit on Buddy at the start, then we'd probably be speaking German. He says whilst trying to learn German.
Yeah. I got it right. I got the corner right this time. Ha-ha! Joke's on all of you naysayers out there. And I'm going to catch and overtake someone, maybe, if I don't crash. Whoa, whoa, whoa! This rear tyre at 163 degrees is definitely not impressed with me. It is only half race distance, so I'm not doing full races. That bike, that does not seem like a powerful motorcycle. I mean, I'm on a pretty crappy bike. And the rate at which I've caught him would have to make him question if it's worth him being here.
So Ozfarmer says, seeing as your race is over, turn track control off and see how bad it is.
But the race isn't over. There's another group of riders in front of me and I have 3 more laps. I do have a 5-second penalty to serve though. But yeah, what a disappointment this was. This could have been something quite cool. I could have actually... could have made something of myself this race.
Could have been a contender.
Could have been a potential podium finish. Still need to figure out how to start races. Yeah, unless there might be a neutral button or something I have to push. I am making a few little inroads on these guys. Oh, that corner is not like my rear tyre. Or possibly the other way around. Oh, some light contact as I go around and move my way to 30th position. Look out, boys, the big dog is back in town as I take it very sleazy easy into that first turn. I can see another pack in front of me. Oh, aggressive behaviour there from Numbnuts. His name's not showing up. Oh, frame rate drop. Okay, that is up more positions. 27th position. I really need to stop running on the ripple strips for that very reason I just demonstrated to you. Back to square one, and back to 32nd. I'll back off the throttle and gently hold about a half throttle through most of that turn. Run wide in my favourite corner. Stand it up and square it off like a dirt bike. Wheel stand. I got bloody rev limiter going on. It is an exciting time to be Valentino Rosco. That is barely half throttle and I'm still spinning up the rear. Oh! 2 laps to go. Let's see if I can clear this group and make any... Oh, my penalty is up to 5.3 seconds. So perhaps that 5-second penalty wasn't from jumping the start. Perhaps it was to do with either cutting a corner or contact with another rider, which is to be expected. I'm on Pro, and I think they're going all hardcore esports this year. So perhaps they have adopted a little bit of a penalty system. You can do it! Probably can't, but I can bloody try. Be interested to see if I end up with the fastest lap race. Since I did get pole. Just want to say again. Just trying to cling on to the little piece of success I've had tonight. I did get pole position. Square this corner off totally deliberately again. Well, it's nice to see a number of you sticking around. I've held better numbers this stream than I thought I was going to, so I really do appreciate it. And it means that I definitely want to push through this entire Moto2 championship and get up to MotoGP and push through one of those championships as well. So I do hope that you guys...
We'll just fit that in between all the other races.
Yeah.
In your free time.
I'll just do that in all the free time in between all the other shit I don't have time to do. And mercifully for Team Rosco, we're on the final lap. Another pack of riders. I'll try and overtake anything to try and get 5.3 seconds so I don't come last. That is my current challenge, is just simply not to be last. As I carve my way through up to 23rd, up behind my best mate Dixon Roberts. Oh, extra committed to the outside manoeuvre. Gentle through that turn, hard on the throttle. I've cleared the pack. Run out wide like I totally meant to do again. Square the corner off and punch out hard. Into the first nope. Little wheel stand to show my appreciation to you guys. Then I'm going to go have a look at what's online, if anyone's there. Try a quick Larret on that for 20 minutes before the end of the stream. This is our Bert Benschneider. Okay, so I actually crossed the line in 19th position, not too bad. Obviously I'll lose 5.3 seconds. So, yeah, didn't get a top 20 for that one, unfortunately. So I did not reach my race objectives, which is not going to help me at all. Back down to 29th after that penalty. Boy, you hate to see it. Yeah, so I'm getting penalties. Okay, so it was up to 5.5 at the end. So those contacts are actually getting me penalties.
Considering how today's race went, a little disappointment is more than understandable.
Yeah, NA, so I'll join my account. Awesome, thanks, dude. Appreciate it. As I say, I appreciate all you guys. And hopefully we can get a decent turnout to future MotoGP content. Because I really do actually want to play through this. I quite enjoy MotoGP games. Something I used to play annually. And the Superbike games before that, I really loved Superbike. So 7, 8, 9, I think 10 or X, and then they had 11, and then it went to MotoGP games, because I don't think Codemasters had, not Codemasters. Who makes this game? Who's the, yeah, you know what I mean. I don't think this team had MotoGP up until 2012. So I'm going to exit and go and check out a bit of multiplayer to finish off the stream. Let's have a look at the lobbies list. You need to keep the stream alive until you get a win. But the proviso is you have to have at least one beer per race. Oh wow, look at that ping. So they're all... None of them are from within Australia.
Good work, gaming.
There is a Moto2 one. 2 out of 12. Let's just go and try a one-off. Let's not worry about multiplayer for right now. There's also not many people playing the game because it only released literally today. So let's just, for the shits and giggles, we'll have a Grand Prix. We will be... Oh, it's got Moto E in it. I forgot about that. They've got the Moto E bikes. We'll definitely be exploring that next stream. I might even do another MotoGP stream this weekend. It's a long weekend. I've got a little bit of time on my hands. So if I free up one night, because I'm actually just keen to play this, not because I just want to pump out content, but because I'm legitimately keen for this, I might jump in and have a bit of an explore. So let's use... I think I went the Doctor. Let's go... Danilo Petrucci, since he's the recent race winner. Let's... Oh, and it's at Magello too. It's as if it knew. Do I know Magello?
You should.
It's in Assetto Corsa, isn't it?
It is.
Circuit of the Americas I quite like on a bike. Le Mans... Jerez, Barcelona I do know very well.
The Bugatti Le Mans.
Yeah, the Bugatti Le Mans, which should be in Gran Turismo, by the way. Red Bull Ring, Czech Republic.
Should be, but, you know.
San Marino, Aragon. Oh, Sepang. Great circuit for a Tilke circuit.
Driving through San Remo this weekend.
Hey.
Yeah.
Nice.
Because San Remo's the town just before you cross the bridge to get into Phillip Island.
It certainly is. Well, I would go Mazzano or Phillip Island because that's what I did, because that's what I like. But I did that on the 2018 stream I did there like a week or two ago. So let's go something a little bit different. And go to... once Bruno comes back to me... Actually, let's just do Barcelona, because I know the track. We can have a crack. There you go. And Doctor has voted for... Miller at the island. Barcelona was Super Dragon. Actually, yeah, what am I doing? I'm wearing all the gear. Let's get rid of Petrucci. Who is, of course, Miller's natural enemy this year. Let's get on board the number 43, Jack Miller, on the Pramac Racing Ducati around Catalonia. I've got a good feeling about this. Let's get rid of these. Let's get rid of that rubbish. Let's get through Q1, Q2, and then race. Let's get on board and get this done. At least that way you guys have sampled a bit of MotoGP. Of course, qualifying one is going to be my practice session, which will go well, I'm sure. But yeah, the game looks pretty decent so far. I'm excited. I'm keen. I'm enjoying myself. If it wasn't 11 PM, I'd probably casually pump in another hour of this. Or two.
Hello from Catalonia.
There it is. So you should.
He's ready here for the first qualifying session. This session.
What did you say? Is this in the rain? Did I just say it was friggin' rain?
That'd suck for you.
No. There's Jack Miller. He's got his stack hat on. So it's only your custom racers, I think, Ryan, that walks around in the pits with their stack hat on. Not Jackie. It's bloody wet.
His bike is ready.
I don't even get to enjoy MotoGP in the dry.
Let's see if he's looking to record a good time,
so that's how cookie crumbles. I guess if you want to see some dry running at the track that you love, holy shit, it's wet, then you're going to have to come back and watch my next stream. Or my next video.
Isn't Miller sufficiently good in the wet?
Yeah, but I'm not.
Oh.
This is my first experience of a MotoGP bike.
I thought you were pro.
No, that's just what the game said.
Oh.
This is not going to go well. I braked about 4.5 months too late, I'd suggest.
And then died.
It's very moist, though.
Moist.
It is super wet. Like, there is standing water on the track. Brake. That's 150. Let's brake right there. That is still too late in these conditions. Good grief. Let's just get through a lap, shall we? Hard on the throttle. Brakes so much earlier than the braking markers I'm used to in car racing games. A, because I'm on a bike. B, because I am riding through the great flood of 2019. Can I get out of Q1 in these atrocious conditions? Gotta go back to work. Catch you later. No worries, Doc. Thanks for stopping by, big fella. This is where all the fast guys go out. I actually don't know which corner I'm supposed to be taking there. I didn't pay attention. The first one, I guess. I need to adjust my brain for braking markers, though. I'm braking way too late. Oh, that's right. Hang on. I don't know which track I'm supposed to do. Yeah, that one. Not the chicane. Which a lot of people argue the Formula 1 should do, but I think the chicane at least slows them down a bit. Makes it somewhat more interesting. Okay, this time we're going to brake right at that 150 sign. And you know what? It actually wasn't all that much too early. Around there, Jack. Yes. Putting together a better lap this time around. Dagnaya has bagged a 151 though. Which corner do I take here? Let's brake just half an hour ago. Yes, that is the F1. Super tight hairpin. Feels weird not taking that chicane. There we go. Absolutely hate that chicane. I didn't brake at all. But that's fine. At 150.1, I reckon I'm fastest. Let's end session and see how it went.
That brings an end to the first qualifying session. The riders in the top
Took
two
pole.
positions will
Well,
be
not
able to
pole. Took P1. You've got some movement on Twitch chat. It would be nice if you looked there as well. Fair point,
Yeah,
Rev.
come on.
Sorry to the Twitch guys. My chat's not working. My Restreamio chat. Should be bloody nice if it was.
Welcome back to the start of the second qualifying session. From here, we can already see the mechanics
Welcome
working
to
on the
Twitch,
bikes
though.
to get the best performance.
Great to have you guys along as well. Is this even going to open? Let me see if I can pop the Twitch chat out and then just drag it over the YouTube so I can read both. Hey Alex, what's going on? Like the stream, nice to see some MotoGP on Twitch. Pesky as well, welcome guys. Let me pop this. Okay, Restreamio is sort of trying to work, but quite badly. Okay, hopefully I can see both chats now. But yeah, Pesty, Alex as well, and thanks to everyone who's been... oh, that's Rev. No worries at all. Thanks for sticking around, even though I couldn't really see your chat. I think I can now. I should be okay. Right, let's see where I can make it this time. But yeah, you are fair. You do make a fair point about practicing race starts, Ozfarmer. I'm going to have to try and figure that out at some stage. I wonder if I can go options, controls, configuration.
You're about to start a race.
I've got to do quali first. There you go. Clutch is R1. Clutch is R1. So... go to track.
His bike is ready and the...
get out of pit lane. I'm going to do a practice start. Okay, so I guess this is how I start. That's a clutch start in the rain. It wasn't too bad, was it? Can't ride the clutch or anything because obviously R1 is just a... it's just a button. Nakagami up in the top 10 as well. Maybe MotoGP did do a bit of... or this game did do a bit of form guide testing before.
Wouldn't be too hard to do. You essentially just let the AI go out there and race and then adjust accordingly.
Yeah, to reflect real life results. It's just not something that generally happens. Certainly has never happened in my MotoGP game experience.
Man, mine either.
With your vast knowledge of all things MotoGP games?
Oh, yes.
And to really on one. Get that back up to 4. Wonder if, because doesn't Dobby have some amazing launch control system on the Duke? Right, the start of my first flyer. Can I drop a pole lap? I was thinking of getting Rage Tools. It looks like it could be fun, but so this game... actually made turn 1. Didn't finish reading the comment, but I did make turn 1 just. Didn't make that one though. Yes, I did. Come on. Oh, I thought I got the braking pretty good then. Rins has dropped to 49.8. That's quicker than I did in Q1. So I did have 2 red sectors to start. And straight to orange. Too fast in there. I reckon that was a good speed in the dry. No good in the wet. So I'm not going to beat the 148. What did I do? 150.5, slightly faster than my Q1 time. Oh, get off the curb, Jack. So now sets the new fastest 148.8. They're going to be tough times to get into, especially when you're on the ground, sliding on your ass. Piosco over on Twitch. Can I restart flying lap? Yep. I presume when I do this it takes a chunk out of my quality time. No, it doesn't. No, that's weird. I thought that would have taken a few minutes out of my qualifying session, but it actually didn't. Just reset me on the track. Okay, let's see if I can drive up. So Dobby leading the way. Good run onto the straight. Let's see if I can get somewhere close to a 48. 49 would be a good start. So we'll go past the 150 sign, but brake before we get to the... Oh, yes! A little bit wide, not too bad. It is the fastest sector. So I've got the first sector sorted out. Just gently squeeze on that throttle. Actually over brake that corner a little bit. It's red sector 2 as well. Looked like it was only 9 1,000ths of a second, so I'm not up by much here. Where do I brake? I have no idea. Very early because this is a very tight corner. It's too early. Yeah, straight back to orange sector for sector 3. So I'm on personal best, but not on pole position time. And back on the throttle, this should be a better time anyway. So 148.6, not too bad, that's put me to P2. Happy with that, with 6 minutes of quality left to go. Push on a little bit more. Riding him loose now as Dovey goes to 148.0. I think I've pushed a bit too hard into that one, no. Can we get through there as well? Yes, geez, I'm leaving the braking markers late this lap round. Come on, make the corner. Nah, it was slow though, it was a red sector. but not fast. See if I can get anywhere near. No, that's awful. That's around the outside of the turn. Still too early on the brakes there. I haven't quite got the braking marker nailed. That was a red third sector though, so I'm still on a good one. If I can close the lap out properly. And hard on the throttle. Let's see how we go. 3 red sectors. Come on. 47.6. I grab it by half a second. Not bad. Not bad. Seems Twitch isn't an afterthought anymore. Not anymore. I can read. Actually, here's a better question. Where is your primary focus right now? I'll go there and watch. Yeah, I mean, YouTube is generally what I keep an eye on. That's where most people are watching. So, I mean, I don't know how many people on Twitch are watching. Maybe, like, 5. We've dropped some numbers on YouTube, but we've got over 30 still. So, yeah, that is where my primary focus normally lies. But I do need to do a better job of trying to keep up with both chats. My Restreamio chat has just not been working very well lately, but I may have actually just ironically came up with a fix right there on stream. Let's end session. Let's hope that that's pole position. It'll be close if it's not. That is pole. Only one in the 47s. Let's see if I can put together a race and get some sort of decent result to finish this stream off with. I'm out of beer. I'm out of water. It must just be time to get this done. How long is this race? I didn't actually set a race time. I hope it's not the full thing.
We can't make predictions, but judging from the
what's going on, Cameron?
Qualifying sessions, we're sure we're going to
welcome
see
to the stream, man.
Show.
Right, let's do this.
Just a few moments
on
to
pole,
go,
and I figured out there's a clutch now as well. So now that I have a clutch, I should be a little bit better off the line. Not too much throttle. I was a lot of wheel spin in the end. I've still got wheel spin. Wow, that was a super hard start, and I'm back to 22nd from the start. So, no doubt, I'm too hot to turn 1. Hey, I can restart race. I'd like to try that one more time. That's the first start I've gotten with the clutch.
Grid where the cameras are showing us the riders concentrating before the start of the race.
I got so much wheel spin, man. Oh, okay, that's not what I meant to do, obviously. 5-second penalty. We'll just go restart race one more time. It's no big deal. Don't worry about it. It's not. We're moving now
to the starting grid where the MotoGP riders are ready to start the race.
Was just leaning on the R2 button a bit much as the race started. This time I'm already on L1. I'm I can't talk. I'm already on the clutch. Can I get a better start this time?
No.
Just a horrendous amount of wheel spin. I'm still getting wheel spin. Okay, so I am half a field behind, and I've forgotten for turn 1 again. I'm gonna go back out to that. Restart. Restart the race again. I don't know how to fire. I'm going to try and short shift this time manually. So I am learning as I'm doing on stream here. I haven't used the clutch before.
Just a few moments to go, and the Catalan Grand Prix will.
So I short shifted the second that time. It's a slightly better start, but no, I'm going to have to figure out how to start on this game because I don't know. And to go from first to dead last is not where I want to be. Can I make the great comeback and have a Hollywood bouncing off people left, right and centre. Really gentle on the throttle in the wet. And down I go. Slight bump just pushed me in a bit deep. Grabbed a bit too much brake to try and wash the speed off. This is hard work in the wet. See if I can mount some sort of comeback. Not too far off the back of the pack. Oh, I really need to. I think I'm pushing too hard now. I have a lot of practice to do in this game to get competent. But yeah, we're trying things out for the first time. The awesome with this game was, I'm going to take the old, I'm just going to restart one more time. Give me this one, guys. This is the last time, I promise. If this goes tits up, I'm just going to actually just quit the race, to be honest with you.
To be fair.
To be sure. Let's try one more time. I still don't know how to.
A few moments to go, and the Catalan Grand Prix.
I'm going to try and start. I can't start in second. That's better. So that time, I shifted into second gear as soon as the race started. So there you go. I clutched it, and in the wet, shifted directly into second gear, and that is how you do it. That stopped the wheel spin. Look at that, boys. I'm in the lead. Very wide into there. Oh, Cal Crutchlow. Typical Cal. Comes in like a wrecking ball. Uses me to wash the pace off. Oh, don't bid it, don't bid it. That's wide. Excellent mates in real life. There's two, Jack Miller and Cal Crutchlow.
Sounds disingenuous.
No, they are. Ah, god damn it. Oh. Is that Zarko coming in? So, unfortunately, I've given it all up back to 20th, but I'm still there with the pack. We're nearing the end of lap 1. I'm going to keep pushing on with this, because this is now a learning experience to take into my Moto2 championship. I'll use my teammate a little bit there. Around the outside of Iannone, I'm glued at this point. Get off him. 2 in Aprilia. Rip past Zarko with the supreme pace off the Ducati. Can I make turn 1? It looks unlikely. Just about. Fighting with Tito Rabat, getting very sideways up next to Quartararo. Hasn't he had a up and down? Oh, that was some contact from Rabat. I was doing okay then. He shoved me offline and down I went. Not happy with Tito there. Oh, no, that one was just on me. I just came in too hot. Ah, dear. Yeah, an absolute fustercluck of a race, this one. Your two favourite riders, is that Jack Miller and Cal Crutchlow? charge on for now. I'm not too far off the back. If I keep binning it, I'll pull the pin on the race, but the pace was there, so I'm going to charge on and see if I can't wrangle back some sort of top 10 or something like that. The dude has crotch in his name. He does. How's your livery going, Ryan? You've gone very quiet. You must be concentrating.
Oh, you know me, just trying to work this stuff out.
So what I'm doing, by the way, I believe X is rear brake. So when I'm first braking, I'm using X and L2. And it gets a little bit twitchy, so you've got to get off X fairly quickly so it doesn't lock the rear brakes that much. And then you need to get off L2 and just move to almost not touching it. It's all about how delicate you can be with R2 and L2. Controlling this monster. What is Ryan creating a livery for?
Wouldn't you like to know?
Wouldn't you like to know? No, an upcoming race.
If you hadn't picked up, I have actually. We have dropped hints throughout this entire stream.
As to what it's for.
Yeah.
Yeah, it is for an iRacing race. Now let's let the horsepower, the horsepower of the Ducati speak for itself. So deep under brakes. Johan Zarco, was it Zarco? Up behind Bagnaia. Oh no, pushed too hard. Every time I'm around other riders, I tend to try and get off. It looks like a few people made a mistake there. Noni went down, as did Bagnaia. How's this for a way of cutting your teeth? Straight into your first MotoGP race with pro settings on. So again, if you just joined, I've run too wide there again. I cannot get the braking marker right for that corner. How did I even get pole? That's the question here. Oh wow, oh okay, just do that then. Never even looked like turning, did it? But yeah, this wet weather race is not the nicest way to learn how to ride a MotoGP. Hello, Tony. I have had to disengage commentary mode there for a bit. While I just try and concentrate a bit. This time looking a little bit smoother. Hopefully the pace will just come to me. Let's see if I can get... There's a runway there. See if I can get the braking marker into this next section right for the first time all race. I'll even stand it up so I can get on the brakes a bit harder. That's a bit better through there. Oh, it's loose. That is Jack Miller type of loose. But the pace is not there. Oh, that is just up on the curb. Good night, Irene. That's a pretty good lap too. You know what? I'm done. I'm done for now. That race is not going well. There's no point in smashing through and lapping to the very end. It's getting quite late. I do hope you've enjoyed yourself. I have had a lot of fun. I'm looking forward to getting back to my Moto2 career, doing a bit more practice, getting a little bit better. The game's fun. I need a lot of practice on it, but that's cool. Hopefully you guys are good enough to come back to future streams. Where in the settings can I improve the steering? I think you've got to, Tony, I think you have to have a chat to your race engineer and let them know that it's not turning fast enough or whatever. But that is a struggle in normal settings. Well done. That is very, very hard. Obviously, I've jumped straight into pro settings, and I probably potentially shouldn't have done. The only aid I had on there was a semi-automatic gearbox, which, yeah, I probably underutilized that as well. Got some practice to do, but look, there's going to be future videos, future streams of MotoGP, so hopefully you enjoyed it. Remember to hit subscribe, or if you're on Twitch, follow. And keep an eye for future streams. I'm going to try and do another one this weekend. All things going well. I don't want to promise it, but I'm going to have a real crack. Yeah. Was a good stream. No worries. Thanks, Chris Redbeard. Thank you for stopping by. Thank you to everyone. And Ryan, even though you haven't spoken much for the last hour, thanks for being here.
Yeah, look, concentrating. You know me.
I know you. It's all good. But look, thanks to all the legends that did leave a like. It helps me. It helps the channel out a great deal. Welcome to the new followers and subscribers. And yeah, can't wait to talk to you all next time. But for now, it's goodbye.